Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And you know, I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. It's all about tapping the power within you, your feminine power, and using ancient wisdom and tools, technology to help you navigate these modern worlds. Come on, this modern world. Come on, sisters. Let us go on ahead and do that thing. The ancients knew, they knew something. So, I want to just talk a little bit today about the astrology for this week. It's for June 26th through July 20, excuse me, July 3rd. Wow, we are already halfway through 2024. Y'all, 2024 is saying you're going to put some respect on my name. I hope that you're having a wonderful 2024, but this year has been hard for a lot of people. It seems like there's and maybe it's just me, it might not be you, but I just feel like I keep hearing about people losing their loved ones. It's woo, and I recently lost one of my best friends from college. That has not happened. I'm like, what? What the what? So yeah, just much respect to my sister Vanessa Pogue. Oh, so anywho, I just want to extend a big hug to anybody who might be struggling a little bit because this has been something else. Um, but here we are. Here we are. If you're listening to this, you are here, and here we are. Let us do this, sisters. And as always, I do have something I want to share just as we begin. It is, I have my rarely, rarely shared, uh, I call it the summer solstice reading. You really can look at it as the reading to get you through the end of this year. I'll look at your transits and let you know what the astrology says. I'll pull from one of my oracles for you and yeah, just to kind of help you to understand what we have, what you have ahead of you for the rest of this year, so that you're prepared. If it's a struggle, you take advantage of the strong energy that you have in your chart because that's part of the goddess centered lifestyle. I think it's three available. I think two have been bought for, bought. There are only five. I know I said 10 initially, and then I thought, nope, just going to do five. So, anywho, just want to let you know about that. And where's my thing? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So June 2024, pardon me. Details are in the description box. Details in the description box. So, yeah, we are firmly in Cancer season at this point in time. So, this is actually a season where we want to get up and go. We want to move. We want to get things done. We want to take initiative. Even though I know for so many people, summer is kind of like, it's kind of like built into us to relax, relate, release. And, Cancer is really and truly about taking care of yourself. So maybe this is a good time for you to be focusing on self care. Now, we had that full moon in Capricorn last week. It was on June 21st. And with that full moon in Capricorn, we now are in the waning phase of the moon. And so the waning is all about releasing and letting go. And this might be a time where you do feel more of that energy of, I just need a break. I need to just kind of like not do too much, right? So that is really important. And then the other thing about the waning phase of the moon is it's time to release some things. It's time to let go. And so those are things that you can be thinking about. It could be, are you needing to release mental clutter? Are you needing to release something from your body? Do you need to do a cleanse of some sort? Do you need to just eat more wholesome foods, less processed foods? Or is it something for the emotions? I mean, come on, it's Cancer season. So maybe you need to have a good cry or you want to go work with a healer of some sort who can help you to release some stuck emotions. I've heard Inside Out 2 is out. If you know that movie, which is about emotions, I'm going to check that out. But yeah, our emotions, we have to pay attention to them, and we want to do things that confer health. And part of that is releasing stuck emotions, right? So maybe this waning moon is a time for you to do that. Whatever it is, whatever you're feeling like you need to release and let go of, that's what you can do during this waning moon phase, okay? So, yeah, the transits that we have aren't too bad. The only thing that I say could create or has the energy of intensity for us is Saturn is going retrograde. And so, in order for it to actually stop and go retrograde, it has to build up a lot of energy. And so, it could be something manifest this week that is related to this Saturn retrograding, and Saturn is retrograding in Pisces. So, it's actually a social planet. We might see something out in the world. We may see something about, the water, something that comes with ocean, drinking water, something like that. Saturn is regulations that, so we might see some regulations of some sort come out about that, or Pisces is pharmaceuticals and mental health institutions, jails. So it could be something coming out around those topics. But personally, Saturn is the reality check planet. That's what I'm just going to focus on, so I don't just go on and on and on. Saturn is a planet that is like, hey, we're going to just give it to you straight, no chaser. So some of us could be getting some sort of a reality check this week. But let me tell you something. Pisces is the blind spot. It represents a blind spot. And so the question is, are you getting a reality check around your blind spot? So that's something that I want you to think about. And it could be you're getting a reality check around just your mental health and how that's working for you, and maybe even your spiritual practices. So it could be too that you've been working on something creative, and Saturn retrograde could make that thing kind of like manifest. It's definitely a manifesting planet. So look to see what is manifesting for you. And yeah, just look to see what's coming forward. And if it's nothing, not a problem. So that is one thing. And then I talked about this last week. The other one is Neptune retrograde. And that energy is building up now too. And so there's really also this thing about our inner world and our inner landscape. And we could really be kind of feeling like, hey, I need a little bit of some time to myself. I think that that's really what has happened for me. There was an event that happened, or a little situation, and it just made me, here's something, put up a boundary. And so some of us might be really like, hey, putting up boundaries, boundaries up. So yeah, um, Pisces to me can be a little bit of a wild card. So avoid making sure that this is what I'm going to tell you. I want you to do. Check and triple check everything. Check and triple check, because I'm telling you, Pisces can make you just not see some things. So just be cautious. Don't check and triple check. Do you have everything? And be cautious of people who are trying to scam you. But other than those 2 transits, for the most part, our transits are really, really nice. I think that this is the week with Mercury and Saturn. Today, you'll feel it the 26th to 27th for sure. Um, that actually can bring about this healing in our minds, in our souls. It definitely is kind of like I think it could be you have really good something around the mental health being good at that moment, feeling stable and sober, or you're like, "Hey, I need to, do my mindfulness practice, my meditation, or whatever it is that you do that helps to bring stability to the mind." That could happen, and it could just be there's something. Oh, that's my alarm. I don't know where my phone is. One moment. So it could just be something that there's an opportunity that comes your way that brings healing and stability to your mind. This is definitely one of those signs or one of these planetary interactions where you can get a lot done. But this might be you're getting a lot done around your home or your inner world. You're just like, hey, I'm going to listen to all my meditations, my hypnosis tracks. I'm going to get back to my spiritual practices because both of these planets are in water signs. But overall, it could make you just very, very productive at this time. And even if a sobering conversation comes through, it will feel like this was gold. This was a golden opportunity. So yeah, and, then around the 28th, 29th, 30th of June is when we're gonna experience a time where it could be people are feeling like they wanna make some connections and they want to, date. You may feel a little extra sexual. And yeah, it's like you really wanna be booed up. This is around, like I said, the 28th, 29th, 30th. But also, it could be a time where you feel supported in whatever you're passionate about. You feel like, "Hey, let me go on ahead and take some action and really move on this thing." But it will be in a rather, relaxed way, I'll say it that way. Maybe you're not rushing it, and, but it's like you kinda have the motivation to get up and go. Maybe there's like a buddy there with you, somebody who's supporting you. You read something and you feel supported to actually, take some action. And I really do think that too, it could be a time where we are all feeling like, more abundant. Feeling more abundant, more confident. And then another one is there's this energy around progress. So, yeah, through this week, there is sort of like this kind of get up and go energy, though it's still a little bit like we're not just like running full steam ahead. We're not sprinting, but we're definitely feeling good about taking action in a more relaxed and easy way. I do think that it could be some great conversations this week. It could be conversations with elders or people who are masterful at something. And it could be conversations with people that are like, hey, let's make progress and let's go to the next level. And maybe a little bit sciencey and techy. Some of us may be getting ideas around a message that you want to share with the world. And maybe you're going to make a YouTube video or broadcast it in some kind of way. And also, it could be a time where there's a lot of great ideas coming your way. And it may not be you're going to take action on these ideas, but it'll be like eureka moments. Maybe it's ideas, or maybe it's just like a breakthrough, and it's you just hear this amazing thought that comes to take you to the next level. So, yeah, another thing though is I don't know, this it's like innovation is something that I think could be, a big theme for a lot of us at the end of the month. So then we go into July, and, that's when Neptune goes retrograde, which is on the 2nd. Mercury is going to, go into Leo. Now, part of the reason it's important that Mercury's going into Leo is because Mercury will retrograde eventually, and it will start in um, Virgo and retrograde back into Leo. So Mercury going into Leo at some point. Oh, wait a minute. Was it here, down here? Where does Mercury retrograde? I thought it was in September. Yeah, Mercury retrogrades in September. So at some point, we'll get to the shadow part of Mercury in Leo. And then, we'll really want to start keeping up with what are the themes that are coming up around Mercury retrograding in Leo so that we can really make sure that we um, honor that season. Okay. So, yeah, Leo is sort of like a little bit of an important sign. I think Venus and Mercury were retrograde there last year at the exact same time. Okay. So there's going to be a recurring theme coming up with this Mercury in Leo. And then, of course, Venus is going to be going there. The sun will be there. So, super important time. Okay, so Mercury's going to move into Leo, and that will begin to shift what our mind is focused on. Right now, our mind is kind of like, I want to relax, I want to be with family, I want to focus on self care. And then once it moves into Leo, it's fire. It's like, let's take some action. But Leo is like, let's have fun, let's be motivated. And it's a sign of inspiration and creativity, romance. Oh my gosh, and it's big. Leo is like really it's like being on a big center stage. And so all of these could be coming to mind. It creates a very creative, vibrant mind because Mercury is the mind when Mercury is in Leo. So and Leo is play and fun and our inner child, and Mercury is a planet that represents younger people or people who we like to have fun with because 'cause they're like our peer group. So, I really want you to open yourself up to have fun while Mercury is in Leo. And so then Mercury and Venus are both, um, going to have, very beneficial interactions with Neptune and Saturn. And so I really do think July 1st and 2nd in particular, maybe even June 30th, those can be some really emotional, intuitive, I've been leaving that out, intuitive times. So, even going back before that, starting on the 26th, intuition is high right now. Trust your gut, trust your intuition. And it'll be very high, June 30, and July 1st, and July 2nd, okay? So really open yourself up for receiving a download. I want you to open yourself up to receiving a miracle over this next week. It could be a miracle thought. It could be actually something miraculous manifest. Could be a miraculous relationship or experience in your relationship. I want you to open yourself up to miracles. And I want you to open yourself up to receiving something that it would be something that you thought maybe you lost the opportunity, and now it's back. Now it's back, okay? It's also a lot of healing energy these last few days these last few days of June, and then the first few days of July. Lots of healing energy, all right? Um Lots of it could be downloads, like some type like the spirit of the universe is speaking to you. However you describe the ultimate supreme being. It's just like you just feel like you're communing with this energy. I think it's an opportunity to really receive a healing around something that is um maybe you have dealt with this for a while. Okay? Sort of like karmic. And also, I think that there is this energy where something will come through where you're abundant and it's could be money because Venus is involved, but it's just manifesting something tangible. and it's something maybe that you've wanted for a while. I don't think it'll be something new. Something you've wanted for a while could manifest somewhere around July 1st, 2nd, 3rd. When is Venus? Oh, okay. Um, and then the one challenging transit that we have is Mercury opposition Pluto. We'll start feeling that around, well, yeah, I'll just put it on the 3rd, and it'll go a little bit like on the 4th of July also. And now that one right there can create some power struggles, folks yelling and screaming and arguing. I shouldn't be laughing. I don't know why I just laughed at that, but I guess it's just the visual that I created in my mind. It's just kind of sort of like, wow. But yeah, like this one right here is the one transit that I say could really and truly manifest where, you know why I laughed? Because I kinda saw people here in the United States, because it's so close to July 4th. I was like, the 2 sides, they getting ready to go all in on each other for the 4th of July. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Yeah, it's like this push and this pull, this tug, and it's kind of like there's not really a side to pick. You just have to kinda weigh, "How am I gonna keep this thing in balance?" But, it could be power struggles, like, within you, in your mind. There's something going on. Pluto is also about trauma, so maybe you're like, "Hey, I received some type of trauma, and it's got me feeling disempowered on the inside," and it's, like, all in your playing all out in your mind. It could be power struggles between you and someone else, and it comes out, um verbally, or you'll feel like, "Oh, they trying to mind control me." Now, cool believe we might be the ones that are power tripping with somebody else too, because we look at all sides. Like we know we could be the perpetrator sometimes also. So are you trying to control somebody? And so that could be coming up. And what it really is gonna boil down to is, are you gonna be true to yourself? Or how can you be true to yourself? How can you be true to yourself? So yeah, excuse me, I paused it, but it's like, are you gonna be how can you be true to yourself as well as figure out, how to support the group? This is something that could be coming up. Or it could be the group is trying to pressure you into not shining and not standing out. I definitely think it could be um, conversations around people asking me to be something other than who and what I am. Another thing it could be is somebody's like, "Hey, why are you trying to shine so much?" Um, but it's an opportunity to stand in your power. Maybe there's some big change that needs to happen. Maybe your mind, you'll just really think, my mind is very negative. It's not helpful. Here lately, I've been noticing what is making my mind go anxious or negative. And if every time, say for instance, I watch a certain type of video, or for me right now, it's even just turning on social media. I'll turn it on out of almost habit. And then it's like, why am I doing this? Why am I just scrolling? This is not helping my mental health right now. So I'll turn it off. So it could be there's a healing that needs to happen, a transformation of your mindset, a transformation of whatever is going on in your mind. Maybe there's a limiting belief that will be able to come forward, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I can heal this limiting belief." So, not the most fun transit, but astrology happens for us and not to us. So, that's what I have for you all today. I'm going to come back with a different video, and um yeah, I'll come back with a different video with a reading. That way I'm able to keep the audios shorter. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you for supporting the work that I do. The reason I do this work is because I want to share tools that have helped me with you. And so, yeah, I that is my hope that you have received something that has been helpful for you today. I ask that you please like the video, share the video with someone who you think would find it helpful, and yeah, also share a comment or two. Every like, share, and comment really helps this channel have health because we get to vote on YouTube about what we want to see. Every time you watch a video, you're pretty much casting a vote for what you want YouTube to raise up. And so, yeah, I'm asking you all to help raise up this kind of content. Hey, have a wonderful, wonderful week. And know that I am always wishing the highest choices, blessings of the goddess. May they be upon you and yours now and always. Blessings of the ancestors be upon you and yours always also. Peace and love.